Hi, my name is Tricia Kelly. I'm here to share some of my experiences that I have been through since early 80s, and one of them is a journey with a gentleman called William Renan. He channels an entity called Dr. Peebles, who had an amazing life here on planet Earth as well, which lasted close to 100 years and was quite the spiritual master. So this is part of the channeling that he and I am here to share. So enjoy. You will notice that it's William's voice, and then it transcribes and becomes the channel, which is Dr. Peebles.
Open ourselves to sharing of light and love and inspiration. God bless you, Dr. Peebles. It is the joy and the blessing when man and spirit join together in search of the greater truth and awareness. It is with much pleasure that we visit again in this fashion. But as you are keenly aware, we have been visiting other levels of the planes of the dimensions over the last few weeks. We have been meeting in the astral levels. We have been visiting in the great halls of learning as you observe more totally your relationship to the Akashic records, all that you have been, all that you will become not only in this, but in all of your lifetimes, past and future. You have been reaching into the willingness to move beyond the amplified intellect, the over-amplified personal reaction. I am discovering you more and more as a duality of consciousness within yourself, rather than fighting, rather than battling your earth consciousness to your higher consciousness. You have found the strength of beingness to build a relationship, to actually build a spiritual community there within your own being. That you are appreciating, loving and acknowledging that not only are you an intellectual understanding, but that you are a spiritual mystical understanding as well. You no longer argue with yourself. When your higher self gives you inspiration, gives you opinions, you have been building a willingness to have the dialogue of the mind without feeling mentally disturbed, without feeling confused. You are recognizing how to follow those guidances, how to follow the inspiration without the interruptions, without the upset. You are no longer trying then to help anyone or anything. You have embraced the willingness to allow yourself and all beings to grow, to develop in their own time, space, and way. And so it is that I will begin by reminding you that over the next few months, I will continue these visits, for you have opened the door for us to visit vibrationally on those planes. And by having opened, I will continue to be there. Others from the spirit side will continue to stop there and visit with you. And so it is that you have been aware of your own guiding forces. You have been seeing the vibrational angels as they come to give you healing, as they come to give you focus, as they are there to protect you when you walk in disturbing circumstances. It is that over the last few weeks you have had numbers of circumstances where round and about you was upheaval, and then the protecting angels were there, so that you were not absorbed into the negativities. You walked through clearly, without getting caught in the earth-binding webs and shadows. And so I would also suggest that over the last few weeks you have been absorbing a new frequency of consciousness within yourself. You have attained a level that keeps you somewhat separate from all around and about. Though you still have your associates, though you still have your work, though you still have your career directions, you are no longer as caught up in the influences, the manipulations of other people. You are an observer, though you are still focused on your accomplishments, though you are still directed toward the successes that are rightfully yours. You are more an observer of all of these things. Many, many people find you to be a little difficult to be nearby. Bless them, love them, and let them go their separate ways. For have their own direction, bless them and let them go, so that they do not have the opportunity to tear you back down, to tear you back into what once you were, what you have discovered you no longer need in your life. For all who fall by the wayside over the next few months, recognize that there will always be additional people coming in, people to support you, to encourage you. Now you have been recognized that many people are being attracted to your energy, and you don't have the need to try to understand who they are, what they are, where they come from. You just accept them. But then there's that little voice deep within the heart chakra that sometimes says, this is just not for me. And when that happens, let that objective higher self motivate you to separate before you get caught in those webs. You did that before. In this lifetime, you've learned your lessons all so well. Now you have the opportunity to constantly prove to yourself that not only have you passed your tests, that you have grown into this density, but that you will be able to live it so totally that you will never have to go back to those experiences. The experiences will still be there for you to observe, but you are no longer a participant. Again, I would use the word observe. Look at the next few months then as a delightful opportunity to take on new densities, new levels of responsibility as far as yourself as a being. And so I would see expansion of your personal business. I would see it actually expand, a greater cash flow, a greater acknowledgement from your clients and customers. I would see at the same time as because you think it should be done. Offer here your point of view, your perspective, your understanding. And objectively give to him your request. The healing of the soul energy go forward to a very specific individual or event. Work with your power. Well, my dear, I have been rambling on and on. May God bless you, and you have
That was the most wonderful time in my life when I met Dr. Peebles. It was perfect. I had just arrived in Los Angeles. I had a business that I had created out of nothing in a garage that had spread to Melrose Avenue. It was an amazing time. There was a lot of things that were being manifested very quickly. But one of the most incredible things, and why I'm sharing this with the general public right now, is to understand that it is a journey. And even some of the wisdom that I experienced and that was given to me, I still had to resonate with it. I still had to believe it. I still had to learn to live it. And each day I could understand more of why people do things the way that they do things. It's not for me to judge. It never was. My journey has always been a singular one, and I appreciate being here and still being able to share this, and now understand why I was taught all of this wisdom for close to 30 years and continue to. But now from a level that Dr. Peebles and all of the different people that I have been around and experienced now just come to me, they talk to me. I see Dr. Peebles often in meditations. He's very distinctive. He actually looks very similar to his picture. He sometimes has glasses on his nose and sometimes he doesn't, but I get those goosebumps, and I know that he visits me. He always has visited me, and I even have experienced him coming through another channel, so I will speak about that more when I find that recording. Love and light to everybody. Enjoy.